All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Howdy there, folks. Tex of the Black Pants Legion here, and we gotta go beat up Japan. I mean, you know, I can't say they started it, but they showed up, and that means I have to put shells in them. That's their choice. To fight and die and be burned. I mean, you know, I will sink them with as much honor as I can manage. Germany's still trying to push out of Qingdao into northeast China. I can only imagine how bitter that battle is and how absolutely tenuous those supply lines must be. This is 1913, so Mauser ammunition has probably got to come from Danzig. Yeah, that's going to be a bit. That's going to be a hot minute. No, thank you. It says I can build coastal submarines right now, which is good. Trying to make sure nobody else gangs up on me in the interim. I need no more war, except for Italy. Fuck Italy. I'm pretty sure I can take China because their hands are full right now with other countries trying to take bites out of them. So if they declare war on me, I'll just be like, no. Okay, in 1 month, my dockyard will be freed up some. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And we got that. 1 battleship and 14 cruisers. Good, good, good. Now, it's going to be time to start landing troops in Japan and taking it over. I need to have at them. We're building new ships. Well, not us. Well, actually, yes. They're going to be rolling out into the water, and then they have to be commissioned. In a month to commission a ship is pretty, that's really ambitious. But I'm sure you could do it in a hurry, but you'd still have workers on board trying to, like, drive nails into stuff. Okay, Vladivostok, 8 months for the rest of those, and that's fine. I'm going to build another, like, 10 light cruisers, and I'm going to put those in, because I built them in Pula and Odessa. So I'm going to build another 4 in Kronstadt, and I'm going to build another 4 in, let's see, Novosibirsk, and then I'm going to build another 2 in Vladivostok. Now, let's look at that yard. Oh, the yard is in bad shape. The yard is in bad shape, mainly because all these boats are still being repaired and essentially doubling the constraints of the yard space. So, not great. I still don't have the tonnage here to threaten Japan directly. All these little boats only weigh 1,500 tons. Well, actually, some of them weigh significantly more because they are crap. But, yeah, I don't really have the weight to do what I want because I have a battleship and then like 50 of these guys. So altogether, maybe 50, 60,000 deadweight tons. And that's fine. The shipyards are still screaming at me. They're like, what have you done? And I'm like, don't worry about it. They're like, we have to because you fucked all of this up. Our Rara Rasputin should be out soon, and then I can invade. Meanwhile, sending a delegation to France, and I'm going to tell them, please don't beat me up. And they're going to say, I don't know what you're talking about. However, we're making a lot of money, which is what we want. And these older ships are pretty decent for what I'm using them for. Let's see. No, we're going to fight to the end because I want part of your territory. And the Panama Canal is done. Excellent. The Panama Canal is done. The Russian Imperial state no doubt killed 10,000 serfs a minute to make that happen. But hey, omelets and eggs and cracking and stuff. So we're going to go ahead and move our boys right there. And we're going to move these boys right there. And we're just going to take the shit out of this territory. I'm going to say mine, and they're going to say, please no. And I'm going to say, oh yes, Hokkaido will be mine. Oh yes, Hokkaido will be mine. See, this is now a war of territory and imperial ambitions. And I wish it. Every time I see pictures of Japan, I kind of want to live there. Just because everything looks cozy, you know? like just rural farmhouses and stuff. And I know that there's more to the country than that, obviously. That sort of pastoral farm life really appeals to me. Small farms, out there working the fields every day. I think that's neat, and I'd like to try that. However, I am a man who frequently does admit that I have what are called, champagne tastes and beer pockets. There's a lot of things I want, and they're just kind of dreams, really, when you think about it. It's one of those things that appeals. I would like a small plot of land to do whatever I wanted with it. And maybe a tractor, maybe maybe that. And just some peace. Maybe a few trees, maybe an orchard or two. That would be really nice. Not going to happen. Not in this economy and not with the life I've led. But I think I'd like to try. That would be really nice. So it says I have a 40% chance. I could probably bump that up. Oh, yes, I can. The battleship, so I can bring in some more tonnage. Hell yeah. Give me a hell yeah, brother. Okay, we're about to get better engines, which is neat. It's going to be some time, but yeah, we're going to slowly get these ships out of hock, which will take the weight off this, which will, geared steam turbines, see, we're starting to get into the crazy stuff, like super duper dreadnoughts. Turbo dreadnoughts, if you will. Turbnot. Yes, that's what we'll call it. Ideally, though, I would probably like some territory. A bit of land in some place like Montana or Minnesota or Wisconsin or Michigan. Somewhere where there's nice 4 seasons, a good long winter where you can sit there with your projects and have the snow fall and build a crackling fire. I know that's a bit romantic, at least in terms of crazy, fun thoughts, but that's where my brain goes frequently. I've never been a guy who liked the idea of a beach, typically too hot, typically too many people. But the isolation of a nice farm or a nice quiet parcel of land, a small humble house, and the ability to entertain on occasion my friends, that has a deep and resounding appeal to me. And I think it's kind of important to maintain those positive thoughts, even if you're not going to ever get them. I mean, good Lord, like everyone else who lived through the Great Recession, I think you'll find that, 69% chance to succeed. Nice. I think you'll find that, like everyone who lived through the Great Recession, the ability to achieve these things is truncated at best. I'm not saying impossible, obviously. But, wait. This one's done. Excellent. Hell yeah. Rejoin the fleet. We're going to make that percentage go up. And then we're going to just start carving this island up. Unless their fleet moves in and stops me. But yeah, I'm going to try to do what I can to carve this whole island up. And I have battle cruisers that are now operational. I'm going to continue to bring out battle cruisers and continue to bring them out. And I'm hoping to build... I'm building another 12. So, God, 22 battle cruisers? That's pretty sexy. I mean, it's not perfect, obviously, but it's pretty damn good. I'm just going to make sure that... Oh, God, France wants a piece of me. I'm like, no. Don't do that. Bad France. Oh, break your fucking legs off. No. Bad France. I'm going to keep the Ivan the OKs. The Rara Rasputins I'm probably going to decommission once the war is over. Because fucking... I'll mothball them and sell them off. I'm going to keep the older battleships, though, because I think they're neat. Okay, now we have a war. Look at this. You know what? Auto-resolve. Let's see how that plays out. I only took some damage. He only took some damage. Nothing got sunk. That's fine. But what are our odds now? 79%. Hell yeah, brother. All right, let's move the other battleship into the formation. Now we have 5 battleships out here. I might build another 4 or 5 battle cruisers for the Eastern Fleet, and then I'll see what I can do to maintain my light cruiser swarm. It's a good swarm. For now. Oh, they broke the alliance. Those guys are dicks. So far, really... Oh, hell yeah. We got Northern Hokkaido. That's what I wanted to see. Alright, so we have our battle cruiser squadron, which is good. In another 2 months, the Vladivostok boats will be ready. And I'm going to have another 2 out here in 11 more months. It must be a rough area to work in. So let's go down to Southern Hokkaido, and let's take that next. And I'm just going to keep gobbling up bits of Japan as best I can. Now, I'm probably not going to be able to take the mainland, just because that's a lot steeper of a mountain to climb. That's going to be some oof. Dial me an O, because there's going to be an ocean of dudes there. The Japanese are very... in this time period, post-Meiji Restoration, the Japanese are pretty ardently anti-everyone else, and I think that would be a steep ask to be able to pull that off. So now that I've got them bottled up, let's do an invasion, and we're going to do South Hokkaido, and we're going to try to take that over. Once I do that, I might sue for peace, having taken a chunk of their territory. Just because I can. I might ask them for Okinawa. I might just ask them to pay me money. Either or. I'm gonna get some territorial concessions. And yeah, I can at least do that and have them go away. Looks like they're trying to fight my giant cruiser swarm again. It's not going well for them. Okay, what do we got? 96% chance to succeed. Excellent. Commissioning 2 more in Vladivostok. Those boats I'm going to put down here off Okinawa and see if I can't bully them. They're going to be like, don't, please, my legs. And I'll be like, I'm folding your legs the other way. I work in the Department of Folding Leg. All right. Britain and Italy and Spain. They're really doing this. No, you can't have my light cruiser. It's mine. It's a light cruiser. It's very light. Oh, sweet. Building even bigger ships. Hell yeah. All right. France is really souring on me quickly, so I have to be careful because it's France. Okay. These aren't even ready yet. But as soon as they are, I can try to do this. Now, I still have better odds than not, and my land forces are going to try to make a push. Now, once I do that, I'll see if the Japanese want to surrender. If not, they're going to pay. They're going to pay. I'm gonna take Hokkaido, and I'm just going to turn that into, like, this weird Imperial Russian oblast, and just... It's going to be a weird exclave. Wow. Italy wants war. You know what? Fuck them. Ask us to sign a peace treaty. No. Okay. Italy wants a war. So be it, Italy. Oh my god. France is really souring on us as well. Not so great. A lot of ships jammed up there, not doing so well. Here we go. I'm going to move these guys actually into the invasion corridor just to help add some tonnage to it, so it's a bit more certain. My land forces are doing... Wow, they have almost 1 million dudes up there. That's not going so great. Okay, so Italy. They got the boats. All right, so I have the American fleet. I have I have the American fleet. I have a bunch of ships bottled up in Wakanai where they're just trying to desperately do some triage and repair them all. The American fleet's going to stay put. Odessa and Pula, though, these guys are now going to get active because these bastards wanted to fight. So I'm going to give Italy the boot. Oh, look, Japan. They sent a cruiser. All right, here we go. Italy, it's on. It's on. I feel bad for Slovenia. They're trapped in the middle. They're going to be like, we're neutral. Just really quick, throw their hands up. Neutral. Safe. Base. Called it. I'm going to say no. All right, bunch of heavy cruisers versus my relatively new-ish. I'm not saying new. You and I both know it's not, but right, relatively new-ish battle cruisers. Yeah, I think I got this. Nope. Yeah, that'll be good. These are my Panzerschiff, kind of. You got 4 dual 5-inch guns and 2 dual 11-inch guns. Not a lot of ammo, but quick, because I'm doing 35 knots, which means I can choose where and when we fight. I doubt they're doing 35 knots. Yep, here we go. It appears he's doing significantly less. I'm just going to ride around him. I'm going to decrease speed to 28. Give my guys a chance to aim. It's going to be really sad when I just leave his destroyers behind. Well, it appears my guns are a lot better than theirs. Keep turning. Bartolomeo Coglione. Bartolomeo Coglione. He's sink. All right. Forward. Why can't you catch me with your lighter ships? Oh, because they can do 17 knots. Who started this war? Was this somebody who doesn't know how navies work? Good God. Alright, let's slow down to 22 knots. I feel bad now. I feel like this navy was set up by somebody who doesn't know naval strengths and was like, well, they only have 5 ships. And they're not all that heavy. They're heavy enough. You can use whatever you want. I trust you guys. A few dings and dots into my ship, but nothing bad. It appears they're not doing so well in the whole staying alive department. Well, time to just kill his whole navy. Poor Italy. Sad noodle noises. I'd get that crew off that boat. Let's switch back to HE. That seems to be doing the business. And they are occasionally putting little bonks onto my boats, but... Ah, high casualties. Concentrate fire on him. Looks like I can split the formation. I do have some torpedoes. Probably not that great, though, judging by the age of these vessels. I can always be surprised, but I doubt I am. And I just left. Not super impressive, that. Alright, watch this. I'm just gonna leave now. Just stepping on the gas. Ah, Santa Maria. He has a 6.1-inch gun. Ooh. Where is the torpedo going? This is Navy's trained. On what? Losing? Alright, you know what? AP for the main guns. Now that we pulled out of their formation a bit. AP for the main guns, 22 knots, coming back around. Got some partial pins and some over pins. Got a lot of fire on board. Man, he's got a strong main build. Might have to upgrade the guns on these. That are just better ammo. That'll make all the difference. Oh, he got a torpedo into me. Let's look at those torpedoes. I'm certainly making this easier on them by sailing into the danger zone, but... yeah... you know what? HE it is. Let's just set him on fire. He set me on fire, so that seems fair. He's gotten some torpedoes into my lead ship. Some. This is a bad day for his navy. Oh, fires. Yeah, they're all burning. Keep going. Now, the lighter armor of battle cruisers is making this a little more difficult. That, and I have a limitation on gun. That is the other issue. Much lighter caliber than I like. Hence all the bouncing. He's getting another 2 into the Kursk. So he might actually sink one of my guys. That being said, these are very small ships. His heavy cruisers have more people than my battle cruisers have on them. Oh, I might lose one. It means I have to build 12 more. A lot more difficult than I thought. Mainly because my guns are nowhere near as good. Should have probably kept him at range, is my guess. So you're going to detach from formation. You're going to sail on that way. You, the rest of you, are going to increase speed to 27 knots. Oh boy. Kursk, you're going to make best speed possible and leave. So, wow, my guy's cutting between them. He's drifting. This guy may not. Oh, that was a dud. Oh, we just shot our own guy. Don't do that. It's really not so great. Alright, you may use any shells you like. I'm going to get a little bit of distance. Not a hell of a lot of distance. His sad, slow boats are actually pretty okay. Despite them being sad and slow, they got really good citadels. So I'm not getting any damage to it or do anything of note. I mean, fire's eating his crew alive. Doesn't seem to bother him so much. I mean, their captain's dead. That's probably for the best, let's be honest. Alright, swing for the fences. Shells out. The old Regia Marina. Proven to be a tougher nut to crack than I thought. Speed is my friend. I want to see what their battleships are like. That is a curious thing. I mean, most of that ship is fire. The only part that isn't on fire is that which is below the water line. The Kursk over here, meanwhile, even though it's crippled, is outrunning them and is just leaving. And keeping them in a really good a really good gun arc and doing its best, even though it is, again, crippled. It's mostly full of water. This guy is just having a bad day. I'm just keeping out of his range. Which is really the best way of staying invulnerable. Lost sight of him. Shells coming in from downtown. Now at this angle, I'm going to start to get plunging fire. All I need is one. That's all I need. And I'm glad I got my my water wings here. Because I would rather know the limitations of this versus a little navy like Italy versus I fought, you know, myself a pure navy like France and found out, oh shit, these guns don't work. Again, he is mostly fire. But his internal protections are like amazing. I mean, look at that boat. It's taken a fucking pounding. He's like, I'm gonna hurt you. Now, never mind that most of his boat is fairly crippled. It's fine. That's a victory. That's a victory for me, but still, I'm surprised. And I need to send these boats back while the other ones get repaired. And then I need to overhaul all of them. I'm not going to build any more after this. This is a limited class and obviously has its limitations. So I need to make sure that I'm only putting the best in the water. But as a mid-step, you know what? I agree. I will actually agree. I'll say, okay, Italy, we fought one battle. You know, you wanna have a not fight? We could do that. We could have a not fight. But if you want to fight, you're going to have to pay me. You're going to have to pay me money. You're going to have to pay me some land. I might take some of this East Africa. That's looking tasty. All right, let's see. We're getting a little closer. Finances slightly over on the tonnage. Well, France, please don't bully me. Please. Napoleon sounds intensify. Let's see if Italy agrees. If not, I have to kill them with a hammer. I have to go in and be like, Italy, you're so done. Oh, we signed a peace. They won't give me anything, but they will give me $80 million. All right, I mean, that's good enough. Oh, I'm going to make an official statement. Spend $2 billion and fix things. Oh yeah, see, there's another giant fleet. Auto-resolve. See, all my light cruisers are damaged and sunk, but so is most of their navy. And that's fine. I need to get rid of some of those things anyways. Hence why I hit auto-calc. 76% chance, boys. 76% chance. I think we can take it, and then we'll ask the Japanese if they too wish to have a surrender. Oh, I see why France is souring on me. They're losing their home territory rather handily. That is what we like to call expensive. So I'm going to move those other light cruiser, air quotes, back to where they're supposed to be. And then, let's see. Oh, low crew? I disagree. There's more people. 8 months to build the next series of these. More than fine. And we wait. Okay, are we going to have it? No. We failed. How about the land forces? Probably not. All right, here's what I'm going to do. Peace treaty. Let's see if Japan will accede to peace in our time. If not, that's on them. Because if not, I'm going to go take Okinawa and make myself feel better. That unrest is unpleasant, to say the least. And I know I'm making all the money in the world, but oh, I see how it is. I lose again. Alright, convoys. Yeah, this is where we just absolutely nuke their transports. Destroy their GDP for another 10 generations. And they're like, why? And I'm like, you saw what you did. They're like, what did we do? And I'm like, I don't remember. But it's time to take Okinawa, because they said no, and that is the wrong answer. Alright, let's move these guys to Vladivostok and get that unit set up and repaired. Move that unit to Vladivostok and get them all set up and repaired. I'm going to let the land forces do their thing. Let's see. Wakanai, what is all fucked up? Everything's fucked up. Alright, I'm going to move you guys to Vladivostok, the ones I can. Everything else is just ruined or being repaired. And that's okay. We're just going to have to make sure that the crews are normally capped off there. There we go. All happy. Got to make sure my crews are happy. France is being gobbled by Germany, who thinks it's funny. I also think it's funny, but I need to make sure Germany is my friend. Germany is my turbo friend right now. That's great. France, I'm sorry that you're being eaten by Germany. I'm sorry you guys don't know how to defend yourselves. Typically, in this game, France is a monster. France becomes this giant global empire with shit tons of ports. Which it looks like it kind of is over here and Africa. And then it slowly just starts fighting everyone. If France, well, let's see. You know what? I don't care. China can fight me. I'll fight them. Doesn't really bother me. No, you can't have that, Indonesia. It's mine. Convoy. Yep. We're just going to keep raiding their convoys. Destroy that economy. Destroy that economy. Destroy that economy. Yeah, 8 transports sank. I mean, let's look at... yeah, their GDP is now shrinking. They're below Spain. They only have 23 ships left. Their naval prestige is bad. Their nation's people, they're content right now. Oh, boy. Yep. They're really... I mean, their crew pool is okay. But, yeah, I don't think they're gonna pull this off. You know what? I'll try a peace treaty. We'll see if they'll bite now. Because if not, it's not gonna go well for them. Because as soon as my ships get repaired, it's on like Donkey Kong. And I know I started the fight, but I'm just willing to peace out for it so I can overhaul my ships. If not, then we have a problem. Yep, they're laying down a lot more torpedo boats. They know exactly what they're doing now. Okay, that's what it's on about. Let's see. Just gonna fight with my dudes. I'm going after their transports. My guys are constantly hitting their transports. They're losing most of their transports. Their intercoastal waterway forces are just being decimated right now. Fewer and fewer transports. And yeah, they're probably trying to get guys to Hokkaido to do something, but I doubt they're going to be able to. All right, we have another giant fleet force that'll be ready soon. What are we... 5 and 10%? All right, Vladivostok. You know what? I don't care that the port is full. Actually, let me click on the fleet. Move ships. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go down here. We're going to send 2 of our battleships, and that's it. Those guys are going to go down there and absolutely tag their ass. And see who I could join. Oh, not a lot. All right. Well, since I have so many ships that are being worked on, what I'm going to have to do now, because I have so many ships being worked on, is start overhauling. They're obviously not up to spec. They could be. I may have to make some serious changes. Geared turbines. Krupp 3. Is this upsetting to people? Tax, why are you spending this money? Because I can. I have the money to spend. Oh no, can't do that. Alright, let's see. Dunite, TNT 2, tube powder, much bigger torpedoes, hydrophones, depth charges. Yeah, this thing is going to be awesome. By that I mean it's awful. It's awful in every way I can measure it. Alright, 22 knots? No, 21 knots is what she can do. Oh, God. This thing is still off. You know what? I can hear the hatred in the comments already. Someone hit pause, and they're just like, it's okay. I'll sell them. They've lived long enough, but I'm saying there is a limit at which how long these can stay in a fleet. As they go out once, get their ass kicked, and leave. And then they spend 8 months being rebuilt. And I'm at the point where I need more versatile ships. So, fleet. Copex. Mothball. You know, at some point in the future, I might make a mothball class. Mothball. A mothball class would be kind of funny. I want to see what they're worth. The answer is not much, but I can get them out of my shipyards. Now, I can't sell broken ships. I can't do like Discount Dan's Pretty Good Cruisers, you know? I can't be like, hey, Discount Dan here. Come on down to Discount Dan's Pretty Good Cruisers. Then just have the whole thing explode at the dockyard. Have you ever asked yourself, Discount Dan, I wish I had a ship that was sharp? Good. Have yourself a sharp ship. You need a ship where you need a tetanus shot. You need a ship where people think it's a museum of corrosion. Does no one want to buy them? Oh, no. Oh, man, one sank. That's tragic. I'm sinking their destroyers, though. Sinking more and more and more transports. This is really not good for them. Boy? Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. There we go. He's like, why? I'm like, because it's funny. The army is sponging up so much of my budget. God damn it. All right, let's see. How many more can I mothball? These things have been way beyond their service life. The crews who work these things must have forearms the size of Popeye. Just from all the little guns they have to run. Running shells back and forth. That's a workout. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I'm going to just mothball these things. Yeah, they've been around a while. If the enemy don't want to buy them, I could always... There should be an option to turn them into museum ships or use them as gunnery practice. Or use them as a study for shelling. Like you could shell them, and then the enemy would know that, I don't know. There's a lot of options. Okay, we're going to have a lot more out here in Vladivostok. More in Kronstadt and Novosibirsk and stuff. I'm going to have to refine that design, though. Delete the Kopek. I'm not going to build that anymore. Rasputin, I'm probably going to replace with an even better battleship now that we have the better tech. But first, I have to overhaul all of my battlecruisers. I need heavier guns. I need heavier guns with longer range, and I need, yeah. The armor on them isn't the greatest, but they're battlecruisers. I mean, they stood up, but they could have easily lost them had they been a little ballsier with torpedoes. I just think it's funny, Italy and I got in a fight, and then that didn't work. You know what? I agree to the peace treaty. I really don't want to have to conquer these guys, because I have a feeling my army is going to do a bad job, and then as soon as it does, it's going to show up as unrest. It's 1915. We're getting close to danger years here, And this is where the Romanovs could fall down the stairs. Now, I'm sinking a lot of their transports. It's going to take Japan a time before they'll be able to do anything, but I got some land out of it. And sometimes that's all you need, just a little bit of land. And I'll admit, maybe it's my instinctual want to settle down, but the idea of land has come up a lot. I know it's not going to happen, but it is what it is. All right, I got a peace deal, $690 million bucks, and no more land. They have none to really trade. I understand that. All right, let's send our ships back to port. Light cruisers, where are you at? They're repairing them, so I can mothball them. If no one buys them, I am scrapping the shit out of these things. Come on. There we go. It was being a little difficult. It has so many pop-ups every time you do something, and that is absolutely annoying. Mothball. Mothball. Low crew? No. Too much crew. Mothball. Mothball. Exactly. Okay, now we're at under tonnage, which is great. That means the rest of the battle cruisers will be done very soon. Then I can overhaul them. The battleships, the Rara Rasputin class, I'm going to mothball these and see if anyone wants them. I should probably make them take Copex if they're... Ivan the OK? Not getting rid of those. Those things are great. But I'm going to make them take Copex. I'm going to be like, no, you have to take these. If you want the battleships, you must take the Copec. And they're like, God fucking damn it. And it's like, no, I think that's fair. I do wish we could get some bonuses. Like if we end up selling a nation a bunch of weapons, if we could get bonuses to repairing in their ports, I think that would be really hot. Yep. I also think it'd be nice if you got allies out of it. It appears nobody wants my light cruisers, which is absolutely sad. Oh well, I just turned them all into razor blades. That ought to make the people happy. These things are just not as great as they could be. Maybe if I kept them with picric acid, they might be able to throw around more, but I seriously doubt it. They're just not good. All right, you know what? You. Rara Rasputin, lover of the Russian Queen, mothball. Yep, they're repairing another one, which is great, and then the last of these will be repaired and then scrapped. Yeah. Oh, I can just scrap them. Fuck it. They just need the work. They need the practice. Okay, good. Scrapping those and then commissioning the rest. We're at peace. The world is at peace. The world is not at peace. Whole parts of the world are just absolutely in with a steel chair. Just, smashing everybody. Looks like Germany finally did manage to take a chunk of China. I can only imagine the manpower cost. That's a really long logistics line. And even if you prepared for it for like years and started stockpiling ammunition and food and everything else, I don't think that would be easy. Yes. You may have that, Sweden. So yeah. Oh, they're still fighting. I mean, that's interesting. Germany controls most of France. Italy is the same, more or less. France is fighting Spain. Spain is... Oh, boy. What a clusterfuck. I'm just going to leave it alone. I mean, it's none of my business. None of my business. All right, in 1 month, all these guys should be ready. Hopefully the rest of my battleships sell off. And then, all my repairs are done. And I can just start working on them. I can overhaul the battlecruiser fleet, which shouldn't take long, because it's just going to be swapping out ammunition and a few other things. Hell yeah. I can go to oil burning, which is what I want. Ivan the OK is probably going to get a refit. Probably. Yeah. Mothball. Mothball. Excellent. Ivan the OK. Yeah. All right. Light cruiser. Not going to build anymore. But I'm going to overhaul them. These are my interim boats. Here we go. Hydrophones. Better rangefinders. See, picric acid 3. Incendiaries is where you want it. I want to blow up so big. Geared turbines. Auxiliary, even better. Forced, and then oil. Now with that, I don't really need as many smokestacks. That saves on tonnage. Okay. Now, what I can do is I can go down to one very, very large funnel in the center. I know it's not at 100% efficiency, but it's good enough. All right, so save some tonnage. I need to go centerline guns. I now got triple gun turrets. Bitch, there we go. That won't fit. They're like, no. That will. There's a little bit of overhang, but I don't care. This boat is now heinous. I've got triple 13-inch guns. I'm going to take this down to a reasonable 32 knots. I'm going to put the rest into armor because fuck yes. And yeah, let's do a 12-inch. Nope, that's the maximum length of the belt. All right, and then and then and then and then that, and then that, and then the inner belts are going to be just heinously huge. And then the gun caliber, 13-inch, more. Exactly, and the 5-inch guns, much longer barrels, higher velocity guns. And then I think this thing will rock and roll. Can I make better? No, can't. Deal with it. All right, so much higher velocity guns, potentially much longer range. It says right now, when I look at my guns, all right, let's see. Let's take a look, shall we? Armament. Oh, that didn't even pop up. Fuck it. We'll do it live. All right, exit constructor. This is my light cruiser. It is very light. It is a cruiser. You can't prove otherwise. And I'll see you in court. Oh yeah, the other guys need the triple guns, which I don't know why it limits that by year. I think that that's annoying because triple gun houses were definitely around prior to this time. All right, you, not building anymore. You are getting the refits. All of you. At once. 10 months. That's how long it's going to take. Because all the dockyard is taken up. And it's going to be obscenely expensive. Converting everything to being oil burners is expensive. There's no way around that. It is going to be heinously, hugely expensive. And that's fine. I'm going to accuse Britain. I'm going to say Britain did it. Yes, you may have that. Yes, you may have that. Sold ships to Argentina and everyone else. $23 billion in pocket change. I'm making it. I'm refitting 22 battle cruisers at once. It's going to take like a year. But that's okay. The rest of my Navy is in Maine, hanging out there, just cruising around, living its good life. Hopefully I won't have to activate that flotilla anytime soon. It's older. And I'm slowly getting into better technology, which is nice. I'd be able to put some really terrifically huge guns on my boats. Excellent. I can also build submarines, which is neat. So how overcrowded? Yes, still massively overcrowded. But I can start putting a bunch of submarines in the Caribbean if I needed to, which I will. Coastal subs. So like Type 1 U-boats, Type 2 U-boats. Good for training, but not good for much else. So it looks like Germany is still fighting France in a really nasty land war, which is cool. Advanced electrical turrets, 15-inch guns. I mean, yeah, that's good shit. We're getting there. Okay, 7 months. 7 months. Okay. I'm going to get a refit ready for Ivan the OK. And I want this refit ready for whenever the next war happens. All right, let's get rid of those and those and those and those and those. She's a good boat. Can I increase its displacement? Not really. I could actually adjust its hull a little bit. You know, like rebuild it, make it a little chunkier. Which I'm going to do, because that's funny. It's like, what did you do? We just made it larger. Why? The Tsar thought it was funny. There we go. And we're just going to make it an oil burner, and we're going to do forced on the... Oh, God, yeah. This thing is now really well set up. Yeah, I'm just going to keep reinforcing these guys. Hey, I had 2,000 tons onto this ship, but why? They actually do that now. If you look at what they do with ships now, they add significantly more. You'll find it as a displacement, then all of a sudden they'll find out it can't carry all the ammo or all of the weapons or generally all of the power plants it is designed to carry, and it cannot generate the power it needs. And so it then becomes a problem. Okay, that is not going to work. Okay, let's do 13-inch guns. Can I do triple barrel 13-inch guns? I can do that. Okay, overweight. Triple 12s. Overweight. Damn. You know what? Exit without saving. I know what to do with these boats. I need to rethink this. I have to wait a little bit more for technology, and I have to actually keep it small and then shave some weight in a few other places. I have to wait for technology. But what I can start doing is investigating what is our next big boat we're going to make. Because the next big boat we make is going to be something special. I mean, that's Ivan the OK. I could make that a very dirt boat. Okay, so we got this guy. Oh, well, how big can we make it? 44,000 tons, huh? Yeah, we can make something that slaps. Okay. Now I have an idea. I just realized what I need to do with Ivan the OK. Maintain his small size, beef up his secondaries, obviously, and then do triple gun turret fore and aft. I don't need 3 turrets. That's more to worry about. That's more points of failure. Because you're looking at 6 guns here. I'll just make the 6 guns more efficient. Some people are screaming that's not how it works, Dax. Yes, it is. Don't worry about it. All right. Removing that, removing that, removing that, removing that, removing that, removing that. Oh, God, did I just remove some casemates? Yes, I did. You know what? How many tons are the casemates? Yeah, I'm just going to plate them over. That's typically what they actually did after a time. They were just like, fuck it. And they realized that the casemates were really not all that effective. I know they can be in this game, but in real life, they let the water in a lot. When the ocean comes in the boat, you have a problem. It's typically a big ship problem to have the ocean come in. Okay, now look at that. Much heavier firepower, and then secondary guns. I'm going to put them up on the deck where they can traverse a little bit more, which is kind of handy. There we go. Still a good boat. Now we can get into the fun stuff. Oil, this. I'm going to make it burn 40 trees an hour. But probably more than that, actually. All right, so it still has a little bit of pitch and roll, still has a little bit of offset problems, but you know, it's a good boat. It has a good heart. It tries real hard, and I believe in it. I know some of you are going to say, Tex, that sounds really stupid, and I'm going to say, I know. I'm aware, but now it does 27 knots, maybe? Yeah, okay. I keep managing to add speed to this thing in defiance of God. It still has good armor, so let's do 28 knots. Okay, what? 29 knots? What is this ship? 30 knots. What about? Why? Why can it do this? This is evil. We've made a majestic boat. Isn't it wonderful? Say hello to your son. All right. There we go. Slightly longer 14-inch guns, and fuck yeah. This is our next boy, and we'll just keep building this thing. Tougher, faster, stronger, dumber. Ah. Yeah, once I cut these loose, they're going to be like, aren't those turn-of-the-century ships? And I'll be like, yep. And then they just rise out of the water on hydroplanes, and people are going to be like, why? I'm like, but because. All right, delete the old one, and then put in the new one. Still looks a little chonky, but that's okay. That's okay. Some of my favorite people are a little chonky. Hell, I'm a little chonky. And again, I guess that's kind of an American thing, right? You can't be an American and not like Borgar. Borgar. The American dream. Just gonna slowly refit my 22 battle cruisers, and then I will refit the 6 battleships to be even better, much heavier firepower, faster, better rangefinders, all that good stuff. Oh man. Yeah, and we're gonna have radio and all this neat stuff. I'm going to go into politics, see who wants to square up. China apparently does. France is really starting to get on my nerves because it's France. I mean, they just have to. England is weighing it. They're like, yeah, we could destroy his paws, right? And I'm like, don't. Bad. I'm going to whack him with a newspaper. Stop it. All right. France's Admiral of the Navy. Yeah, I'm not gonna really talk about them. I'm gonna just say, France, I don't care. Keep over there. Keep over there. 4 months until all the battle cruisers are ready. Then I overhaul the battleships, and then I build something big that I probably am only gonna build 2 of. Because we're starting to get in that period where technology can slide so fast. It's really not worth it to go all in on turbo big ships and make a whole navy of them. But some of them are certainly necessary. And I still think it's funny that I control the Panama Canal. America hasn't said much to me in a while. They're probably still a little upset about Maine. But if I was in charge of the Imperial Russian Empire, I would just send trade delegates down to Washington every day. I mean, every day I would send trade delegates down to Washington and be like, here's some free caviar and here's some free stuff, and just be really nice and super turbo respectful and hope that they don't come north and just burn everything down, which is probably accurate. And I would also pretty much try to rope Canada into helping me. I know it's a dominion and has to pretty much do what England says at this point, but I don't want to depend on Ingerland. So, yeah, I'd probably try to help them out some. All right, here we go. Rescarch? What is our next hull? Oh, Dreadnought 3, huh? I'll put some research into that so I can have that. That sounds fun. Dreadnought 3. That'll be my next boat. Dreadnought 3, son of Dreadnought. He came from the east with the power of a drunken father. Dreadnought 3, coming soon to a theater near you. Dreadnought 3, the destroyer of babies. He who dropped an anvil on a child. Dreadnought 3. All right, let's see. What do we got? Okay, they're all good. Well, they've all been updated to be less crap. Let's be honest. Not all good. They're okay. Now, Ivan the OK, we're going to refit the whole fleet at once. And, yep. Under my tonnage. Hell yes. Here's my research. 1 month. In 1 month, I will have Dreadnought 3 and 420 mil positive a turn. So if I do have to fight somebody, it's great. That and my battle cruisers put less people at risk than heavy cruisers somehow, because I mean tiny little battle cruisers. They're not big at all, and that's good. Dreadnought 3 from the makers of something. All right, what do we get next? Boiler efficiency upgrade 5%. Who cares? All right, new design. Time for boat. Okay, what are we gonna make? Dreadnought 3 and me. Oh, look, less casemates. They're finally learning it. I'm going to call this one Fat Leonard. If you don't know who that is, just go ahead and type in Fat Leonard and then be horrified. That's a saga. It's a saga. That's the best way I can describe it. The Fat Leonard scandal. That's defeated more admirals than anything else in history. Dead serious. Horrifying. Alright, standard superimposed barbette. This is going to be a fairly modern boat, so centerline guns. Can I do a triple 15-inch gun? Hell yeah. Is this too much for this boat? Probably. Look at that. Yeah, that's... Oh, I love that it pretty much almost blocks the... Okay, don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it. I don't think you should be either. Alright. Those are pretty okay secondaries. I mean, pretty alright there. Torpedo launchers, it still has to do the underwater torpedo launchers. You know what? I'm going to do some casemates just for fun. I don't really need them, but I think it will make me feel better. Right? Alright, the Fat Leonard class. Let's see if I can make it do 28 knots. Yes. Alright, can I make it do 30? Why? This is before standard battleship as an idea. I'm doing this in defiance of God. Alright, Fat Leonard it is. And then oil. Wow, everything's great, except for the 4-weight offset being excessive. Okie dokie, let's try to solve that problem, shall we? What did I just delete? I don't know. Okay. 4-weight offset is still 6.6%. Why? I'm not getting it. Okay. 4-weight offset is 33%. Okay. Let's move this crap back then. Alright, 4-weight offset still excessive. Why? 4-weight offset, look at that. Yeah, I think this diagram shows that's not true, but okay. What I need to do is put some badonkadonk on it, you know? Alright, one 15-inch triple mount on the front, and then 2 on the back. Not a great ship. Aft weight offset is slightly... okay. Now the 4-weight offset is excessive. Don't worry, I will make it way more in the middle. Some people are going to go, Tex, what does that mean? I'll be like, the armor, my boy. The armor. Okay, that's not terrible. That's okay. Now, I need to make the middle part weigh so heavy that the rest of the boat balances out. I know that's not how it works, but my brain says if middle heavy, rest of boat okay. So you're going to go, Tex, no. And I'll say, Tex, yes. Overweight. Okay, maybe 15-inch guns is a bit much. Maybe. You know what? This is the teens, so let's do... Also, we have better tech for them. Let's do 13-inch guns. There we go. I mean, this is the teens. That's a bit more accurate. There we go. Yeah. All right. Still does like 30 fucking knots, which is great. All right, what are we going to do? Let's do a 14-inch main belt, and then let's do 5 on the 4, 5, and then 5 on the deck, and then, 5, and then 5. No, all right. 2, 3. No, 2 it is. 2, okay. And then let's add some inner deck armor. Inner belt, right there. That is the magic spot. Oh my. The Fat Leonard is born. This is really not a bad ship, so we're going to make that. And we're going to build a handful of them. I'd say 4 ought to do. Build 2 for the Atlantic fleet, 2 for the Pacific fleet, and then hope nobody discovers how expensive they are. Fat Leonard. All right, so we're building some boats that are okay. I'm going to have to build bigger dockyards again. Fat Leonards, I can build 2 right now. And they need to go. I'm going to have 1 in the west. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to build the Pacific Fleet ones first. I know that's double the capacity of that poor yard. They're just probably screaming right now. And I'm like, yeah, it'll be all right. We're refitting a lot of stuff. 25 months to build. Oh, yeah, these will be out soon. Then I can build more over here. More Fat Leonards, and they'll be a little bit behind. All right, let's see. What else we got? Conquered, resilient defense, conquered. I'm like, whatever. None of my business. Britain, I don't hate you. Please don't kill me. 2 months. Then I will build more Fat Leonards. And look at all that sweet, sweet money. The state's like, we have to cut your budget. And I'm like, I have my own investment scheme. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, let's see. United States, I'm going to improve relations a little bit. They're fairly neutral toward me, and I think that's because they realize that I have a fairly large fleet located in Maine that could just roll down the coast and just bomb the shit out of New York. Not that I would, but step 1 of a war I would. I'd just go down there and just shell it. And then just keep going. Go down the coast till all my boats are gone. All right, I could probably get 4 more built. And I'm gonna put 2 of the Fat Leonards in Odessa. And I'm gonna put 2 of the Fat Leonards in, let's see. Oh yeah. Croatia. There we go. Good. Slightly over tonnage, but that's all right. That's all right. It's going to take some time to get all this thing working. But yeah, I think that's a good start. And then I just wait, essentially. And hopefully a war doesn't start. Asterisk, I mean, I could start one, but I'd rather not. When it comes down to my finances, though, I mean, my fleet is trained. We're slowly rebuilding from our absolute ludicrous loss in the light cruiser era of our Navy. I'm also going to start taking a bit of a stock as to what I need, because I really want to see what I could do with a high-end destroyer. Those are always really exciting. So let's take a look and see what we can do, shall we? Destroyer 2, son of destroyer. And then there's scout cruiser. Look at this guy. Torpedo launchers? Oh, man. Triple deck torpedo launchers? Oh. You know what? Let's call you Chicken Kiev class. It's a food. I'm an American. I don't need to elaborate. Thank you. All right. Oh, got a crane. Can't. Oh, there we go. Just had to move to where it was thick enough. Shit. Nope. It's It's going to collide with the crane. The crane is for winching Wide Tom onto the deck. There we go. All right, main guns. I could put a 7-inch gun on there. Not that that really matters. All right, you know what? Let's see. There we go. This is going to be essentially a very large destroyer. That's my idea. Look at it. It's the sound it makes when it fights people. You know when your Admiralty makes noises like that? Very, very, very intelligent people, obviously. When they hold up the model of the ship, you know, during the presentation, they're like, it'll be like this. And they, you know, everyone just has to stand around and watch it. It's a very stable individual. All right, let's see. Deck torpedo tubes. Hell yeah. Why can't I put them back there? That's where they belong. Back here, but they can just hang off and shoot. Damn it. Almost. Okay, right there. Good enough. No? Huh. Holy shit, I can put them right on the... Okay, yeah. Not the sanest boats. What underwater tubes could I put? Oh, one on each side? Yes, I will do that. Hell yeah. This is going to be my mighty, mighty boat. Secondary guns. 3-inch guns? Can I put... Where can I put these? Nowhere? Oh, I can put one on the back and just be like, hee hee. And they're like, no, stop it. Please stop. The idea is I want to torpedo everyone. This is probably not the boat to do it. Looking very Japanese cruiser here. What about a destroyer? What do you guys think? Because as soon as these things are done, there's no reason not to. There's no reason not to build a giant ocean-going destroyer fleet. Something I could use at the start of a war just to spell out like a bunch of ferrets out of a laundry hamper onto the floor and just have them run everywhere. Obviously, minute one of the war, they're going to all be murdered, but that buys time for the battleships to show up, which is really where it gets exciting. At any rate, that'll be it for this episode. So, see you guys later, and please take care of yourself. Thank you.